so that people will can watch it at their convenience later on. So this is my regular session, and actually I have a couple of customers who are asking me questions about the software that I have right now, and also the upcoming web-based AI-powered software. And those of you who have been using it, a lot of you, I know you are already my customer, and almost 95%, 90% of them. And so they know the software, but they have few questions, and they have some on the upcoming AI powered web-based version as well. I had developed based on the customer demand. So let's just start. It's about our existing software as well as the new software. And people who are like Mr. Me, thanks for joining, and other. If you want to have any additional question, you are welcome. You can send me a question through WhatsApp, through email if you have it, through my website, and I will definitely respond. And if some people want one-to-one discussion as well, that sometimes is difficult to accommodate so many requests. So we can uh, bundle up a few customers together and then ask them to have questions rather than having one-to-one time-consuming activity each and every individual. Anyway, so let's go with through this disclaimer. The material presented here is for educational and learning purposes only, and should not be taken as purchase or sell recommendations. Trading, investing in stocks and derivatives, futures, option, etc., is risky and could result in a substantial loss of invested capital. I'm not a registered financial advisor with FINRA or SEC, and for any financial advice, please consult to a registered financial advisor. Now, what this means, a lot of time I receive individual queries from customers, and they're asking about that. Hey, I much have this much money. I want to invest this much in 401k, and I want to invest 20% in that. Which one is better in my personal circumstances? I cannot advise you on those things. What we, in other words, do not tell us that we have this in of securities or equities of this much amount, and we want to invest this. So please guide us. No, we cannot do that. It's basically generally a software which you can use yourself, come up with your analysis and assess the potential of the software. But beyond that, there are certain regulatory requirements that we have to meet. So we cannot advise you in your own very personal financial matters. So let's move on. Welcome introduction. As most of us know, that it's about our software, which we right now sell, and associated with the software, we also have a weekly commentary stock pick service. My background, I have worked a long time in the oil industry with Chevron, and then after this has been my passion for last maybe 30 plus years. So I've been doing trading, investing, and all sort of exploring all avenues, not here in US, but outside US markets as well. And so slowly, for my own analysis and systems, I developed this Excel-based software, and then I started it for my people were interested in it. I started to offer it to them, and then we are evolving. And now we have come to a web-based version. I will explain that in a short while. And right now we also have a holidays New Year deal going on, so that you might want to look into it if you get interested. Any question, please let me know. So our entire strategy is basically revolves around finding good trends and recognizing the trends, and I call it the trend recognition strategy based on our proprietary indicator, which is known as TR indicator. And if you can summarize the strategy in just one sentence, it's targeting leading stocks and leading industries. So a stock should be a leader in its own industry, whether it's semiconductor or technology or software, whatever. Right now, for example, health or maybe gold, and should be an outperformer compared to the broader market as well. So within its own group as well as the broader market. And our benchmark is S&P 500. Objective is to achieve the market beating results in a right way. Only stock meeting our principle based criteria. So we do not want to go into kind of a sinful stocks and some stocks which do not meet our ethics criteria. In other words, we believe in making the money right way. Our proprietary strategy ensures that stocks are poised to make powerful moves at early stages, and those are identified. And a high risk to reward is targeted. Now, I have customers and friends and colleagues from all uh, avenues of life, and most of them are they have some money from their retirement fund or 401k fund. So we are not kind of a very highly speculative people who want to go something like SpaceX and Rocket Lab, because a rocket can fire and backfire as well. So we want to have high reward to risk ratio. That's one thing, and possibly at early stages of their breakouts. And we also always recommend some risk management techniques. So one of our risk management technique is never to take losses more than 8 to 10% in any circumstances, unless and unless you have high conviction that it's a long-term stock and it has a history of coming back, rather than making decisions on gossips and market rumors and going after those kind of stocks which someone recommends. Hey, this is going to move. Why will move? What is going to happen in the market, competition, product? We don't know. So we normally don't target those. So those of you who read our weekly commentary in stock picks, you will see that very few stocks are selected each week. So we do not want to come up with the 50, 60, 70 stocks every week, which will be very hard to follow and then analyze every week. We know we want to have leading stocks in leading industries. Okay. Now, I don't want to go into this chart, but how we select the stocks. So every week we go through a number of screens ourselves. We have some AI generated list. Now we have developed those strong earning list. We want to screen out only those stocks which are accumulated by the market, not distributed. In other words, big guys out there like banks, fund managers, they are targeting those stocks. And a bullish PPO screen, which is showing the PPO is an indicator, price percent oscillator. We want to have solid PPOs. This means that stock is moving up. Only long position, not short positions. And then we have different screeners through which we screen. Then a lot of information come from market, like different sources: Investor Business Daily, Barron's, Wall Street Journal, Market Watch, some others as well, like Bar Chart and others, and our groups. Then through our software, we look at their trend indicator, RSI, its relative strength versus peers and industry groups, leading stocks and leading groups, how they have been performing recently, what is going their earning performance, last quarter, last last year, or last 5 years. Are they just still losing money, or they are increasing their earning in addition to increasing their revenue? Our institutions are interested in buying it. What are the seasonality factors? I always take a look at the seasonality factors, because some stocks tend to perform better in certain parts of the year and some don't. And what are their fundamentals? We want to have stocks which, if we buy, we can generally keep those stocks for a long term, maybe a year or more. So I have some stocks in my portfolio, maybe not in US, outside US, but I have for more than 10 years. I never touch those. Is there a sell suggestion of any stock that was previously selected? I'm sorry. Uh, put your phone on mute, please. So there's a question: is there a sell suggestion of any stock that was previously selected stock? That is both recommendation buy sell. Yes, through in our weekly commentary, whatever I will show you the weekly commentary, the stock picks list. We always have a if we want to close a position or we want to look for the profit, now it's time to take some profit. So we will let our readers know that it's time to take some profit, it's time to reduce your position, or maybe completely close out and get out of the stock. Okay. So moving on, how the strategy worked. Just a very quick overview of this year only, starting from April. Why April? Because in February, in March, we advise our readers that we are closing everything and we are going to cash except for gold stocks. So except for gold, we were almost 100% cash in US stocks. So around 18 and till 18th of December, that's 8 months. So this is the performance of last 8 months. And as I said, we are very strict when it comes to cutting the losses. So we generally never allow any stock to fall below 10% in any case. 8% is maximum. And look at the ratio of the winners versus losers. So some of the winners were huge, like MU in just last 4 months, it was approximately 110%. We gave a call of MU around in August. We gave a call about NVIDIA right here in April. It's more than 80% up. Right now, I think it's 90. Last week was very good for it. Similarly, some other good winners like CRDO and Broadcom and some others. I think this is CRDO and gold stocks and APP, and we closed most of them. So what happened? A total trades of 75 were taken during this period, 18th of April to 18th of December, uh, 8 months approximately. Out of those, 54 either were in green zone or is still open or they are green. Like MU trade is still open, Broadcom is still open, Apple is still open, Nvidia is still open. Some have been closed, and 21 were closed in red position in small losses. So like 8 to 10%, as I said earlier. So success rate was 72%. But the bottom line is the profit factor. In other words, gross profits upon gross losses, absolute value. So all closed trades was a profit of 3.97, 59 closed trades, 16 were still open. As of 18th of December, we have closed some more. Why? I will let you know. All trades 7.28 times profit factor of those 17, including those 17 open trades. Now, why the profit of open trade is high? Because we have profitable positions from MU, NVIDIA, which have much higher profit, like in these positions, like 100%, 80%, something like that. So that's why the profit factor, including the open trade, is quite high compared to the overall profit factor. To give you just a very quick uh, overview of these trades. So these were the trades, for example, we closed ZS on 13th of November. This was 41.2% on profit. And I will let you know why we did that. Just to give an example. All those highlighted here are those which would good some very good profits, like 19%, 30% in Tesla. By the way, we closed Tesla, and I think that was not because Tesla is more volatile and kind of speculative at that time. So we closed at 422. I think we should have kept it open, but anyway, that's part of the game. And many others like MU is still open 110. I said Google is still open. Very good trade taken in 2nd of May at very low price 163. Right now it was 302 10 days ago. 85% profit on that. Whose trades are these? We, through our weekly commentary, stock picks, and our social media channels, we give these calls. Now, each person can take this is the time. It looks attractive, it's actionable, it's in the buy range. So that's the date when we give, and in other words, hypothetically, we give the time. So you can open that at that time it was this price, and at this time it was this price. And when it was closed, for example, this HIMS trade was closed at 8% loss on 17th of October, although it was open on 12th of September, 35 days open. So MU is still open for 125 days. Google is still open 230 days. But Google, we have long-term conviction. It's a long-term stock, so we want to keep it open. WDC is also a very good trade, 41%. Similarly here, 72% AMD closed, but trade that was closed. And gold miners trade GDX 66%. So that's why the overall profit factor of 7.28 was achieved. Okay. So that was the performance. And let me very quickly now move to the Excel-based version. If you have any question, you can ask it. So this is the Excel-based version. And for example, this week, let's go to the end of this. We have these stocks in my list, for example, and we went through all of them. And if you take a look at the TR indicator, all of them were either buy or neutral buy or strong buy. But if a TR indicator gives you a strong buy or neutral buy, it does not mean there is automatically a buy. There are thousands of stock, and there might be the time that stock gave you a very good profit, but it's time to pull back or profit taking. So we have to, when we analyze any stock, so we put the name of the stock. For example, this was Newmont last week. It's part of our weekly commentary and stock picks last week, and we just go there and update this, and it will update all the relevant information right here on this. This is Excel version. So in 5 days, it's still updating, taking data. It takes a while. It's almost done. Now it's updating the TR indicator, and we'll flip to the TR indicator. See, in the 5 days, we gave a call of this new mount in last weekly commentary on 19th of December. And since then, it was 6.48% up. And in throughout in 3 years is 117, 5 years of 77%, 1 year was 178%. So that's the quality of the picks normally when we choose them. Obviously, there are losers. Nobody knows what is going to happen tomorrow, and nobody has a crystal ball. Gold can start falling tomorrow as well. But our strategy is to look for leading stocks in leading group. No, TR is our proprietary indicator known as trend recognition. Okay, we just give it our, this is our TR indicator. So it's not plotted here. We want to plot it for NEM. Okay, and okay, let's plot this for 1 year, and it will plot the TR indicator chart, which is separate from the main chart. And we'll update along with the buy points as well. So the system, how it works, it gives you the buying points. And the way it works that when it comes out, it's around a buy point and it starts a green zone. This is the first stage, this is second, this is third. Then we say that this is the time, but this is you suggested is stop loss. For example, if you just have taken NEM right here in March, it was 46. And right now, how much it is right now? Something around 105. So that's why the 177% gain in a year time. Remember on the first sheet? So we can use this first sheet to give to get all the information about a particular stock. So what does this corporation do? Newmont is a gold company and has assets in different parts of the world, and this associate performance. And we have a different set of technical indicators explained right here. It's still 77% buy according to this set of technical indicators, which have both short-term, medium-term, and long-term. Beyond that, our own proprietary TR indicator still says it's in a strong buy zone. Go to the TR chart, this is in a green zone. But it does not mean that it cannot come back. Everything which goes up will come back. So where should we buy it? Where should we get this thing? Around this buy point. This is the buy point. This is the first stage of TR signal. This is second, and this is third. This is the time when it is within 5%. This is the target buying it in actionable range. Is it going to succeed every time? No, that's not going to happen. Like this buy point, it went up, then it went down, but our stop loss was here. So even though it went down, gave us for some time it remained in a negative territory for us. Eventually it went back. So that's the power of the system, that it identifies entry point, the buy point, and the stop loss point. For any stock, you can analyze it and get those on this chart yourself. Okay. Same here. This is a web-based version. Now we are moving towards the, not really moving, we'll have both versions, but this is much more advanced and AI-powered version. For example, for this week, you're looking at KLAC. This is a semiconductor. And for last 3 years, actually it's last 1 year. 3 years, January 2023 to December 2025, 3 years selected. So this is telling you the buy points on daily charts, or you can, it's a weekly chart time frame on a weekly chart. And if you can see that every time when it crossed this buy point and started the green zone, that was really a good time to get into the stock, except for this period. For this particular stock, something was going on with tech stock during this period and the market was falling. So now, should we buy it here? No, this is the identified buy point. We were here, but it never reached the buy point. So we never gave any call. See, at this point, it was 810, the buy point was 850, it never reached there. At this point, yes, it reached there and this was the time. So if you have conviction in the stock, in the fundamental of the stock, this was the time. And at that time, we will also take a look at the other patterns as well, not just the technical, the fundamental of the company. Is it growing revenue? Is it growing its earning consistently? It has a good product. So what if everything is lined up? Then that's a good entry for us. Similarly, at this buy point, again, I'm sorry, is someone asking me a question? Uh, Certain questions about how if anything is in our list, we go back to our weekly commentary and our list. Just like I showed you, for example, these open positions here. So there are certain positions. If anything of interest happens to them, sell signal, stop loss signal, additional incremental buy signal, then we obviously we go through one by one in our weekly commentary every week. But besides that, during the week through our social channels, WhatsApp mainly and Facebook and Threads, we also notify our readers that this for example, IBM, something is wrong maybe, or something is or is again at a buy point, so we can add a position or reduce the position. So we can do that, and so that's happened during the week. The weekly commentary in this topic comes once in a week, towards the normally on Saturday or Sunday, depending upon the schedule and the time it takes, because it's a lot of work which needs to be done on the weekly commentary. Okay, how do I, another question is, how do you identify sell signal? There is a whole methodology. Time, unfortunately, won't allow us to identify. Maximum stop loss when we enter a buy is, as I said, our preferred is 8%, at times 10%. Beyond that, we identify those points which were turning, which where the stock found support during the last downturn. For example, it found support here. For example, it found support here. It found support here. So those automatically will develop eventually into some supports. And a strong uptrend, when it's already stock is a strong uptrend, it's likely not to break these supports. Just like it is every time it pulls back, it gets close to this support. I request everybody to mute their phones, and then it moves on. That's how it works. Okay.
Ulamba, I have a question here.
Who is this? Basil.
This is Basil. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So there is a buy signal, right, in this chart, and then there is a stop loss. So let's say you get out at a stop loss,
Mm-hmm.
but then you're getting in again at a higher point. So if you
Mm-hmm.
keep on doing it, hypothetically,
Mm-hmm.
you're always buying, I mean, selling low and buying high. So how do you advise? Um,
No,
do you
that's not
sell
preferable.
everything at a
Okay,
stop loss
okay,
or
okay,
yeah?
okay. Very good question, Basil. Take a question. Look at this chart. You buy here. Did it ever come to this stop loss? No. You buy here at this. Did it ever come to this stop loss? No. You bought here. Did you ever come to at this point? Right. Forget about, because you are here at this point in time, May 12th of May or something. So you were here. It never came to this stop loss, right?
Right, but let's say you get in late, and if you are on the right side of the two
Now, if you
buy
are
and
getting
stop.
late, what is the stop loss there? Then your stop loss will be much wider, number one. So that's the works against you.
No,
So
no,
our
I'm talking about the buy and stop loss on the extreme right.
this
If
one,
somebody is getting in this
this one,
stock in 2025,
this one right here.
yeah.
Okay, you are getting here extended. That's not the time to buy.
No, no, no. The second last buy
This one,
and then stop loss,
this one.
and then
No, no, hold on, hold on.
last buy
Okay,
and stop loss.
just to
Yeah.
sum it up, when you were here, the stop loss was here, not this point here.
Oh, I see.
It gave you
Okay.
buy point here, stop loss here. Did it ever come to this stop loss? No.
Okay, okay, okay.
It
Get
came
it. Okay.
down, found support, then another buy point emerges here, and this stop loss actually goes with this buy point, not with this previous buy point.
Okay. Okay. I think that was the confusion. Thank you.
Got it? So
Yeah.
that's how it does. Now it happens that a buy point continuously fails one or two times. Then it's time to reflect that something is happening to this stock, that it's breaking those supports. Then we have to reevaluate the stock from another angle. that is it going to have a kind of a long-term downward trends. For example, maybe let me give you an example of Costco. Costco, I think, in a downturn. So its buy point was kept on failing. That's why we took it out from last 1 year, just for the sake of time. Good question. Thank you, Basil. Uh, this is Costco. Now you see the difference? All red for last 1 year. Now these buy points, for example, came here, it breaks and failed. Then this buy point it never reached and it was not green. So are you going to buy it? No. And then a downward trend started. So failing a buy point, this buy point, it never failed, but it give you some profit. Maybe you were profitable here. But after that, and this happened in sometime May, it never came back. So is it a good entry? This buy point, did it come to this buy point? No. So there are two things, not only the buy point plus the green zone as well. So even if it reaches the buy point, but is still, first of all, in this system, it will never be green point appears, but we will never buy it's not green.
Your voice broke. Can you repeat that last one, 30 seconds?
I'm sorry. What I was saying that it buy point appears, that's a good location, but we will make an entry only when a strong green zone appears. So here the strong green zone is not here. So that's why Costco is not a buy. Now Costco is trying to turn. It has one turn failed, second turn failed. This is the first stage of trend recognition, TR indicator. Third turn failed, fourth failed, fifth fails. It's been a long while. Now it's a sixth one. So we have to evaluate it from other. Maybe it's too much downside extended, but it will take a long time for Costco to get a green zone. Maybe a couple of more, 1 or 3 more months. It cannot just jump like that and start a green zone immediately, because there will be resistance overhead right here on these. Every time this resistance you see moving average of 50 days of 200, it fails.
Sabri, I have one question too.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, this is Salman. Sabri, so you said right, the long term for 3 stocks you provide right last week, right? NVIDIA, Apple, the other stuff, right?
I'm sorry,
So
what's
end
your
of the
name?
day,
What's your name?
Salman.
Simon. Okay.
Salman.
Salman. Yes, Salman. Sorry.
You know
Yeah.
me. Okay. So the long term stock, the 3 you provided, right? NVIDIA, Apple, the other one, right? So if I have the stock in bulk, right? The long term means how long we keep it? You know, the January, February is going to be slow.
Are you talking about the long term stock?
Long term stock, yeah.
I will be honest, the long term are the stock which you can keep forever. Oh,
Yeah,
for the foreseeable future. I'm not saying that forever.
What about sometimes 30%, 40% lose?
No, long term stock generally do not lose 40, 50%. That's why Tesla is not a long term stock.
Okay.
Long term stocks are more like NVIDIA is a long term stock. NVIDIA, Apple,
we can keep it for long, right?
Obviously.
Once the dip down on January, February, we don't need to be panic and sell it, right? We just want to keep it for long.
Those kind of stock. But
when you go down, if you have money, we need to buy more, right? When the stock's going down.
Right. Like let's very quickly evaluate NVIDIA. Okay, and maybe let's go, because we had long term, so we have to look at the weekly time frame, right? Okay. Or maybe we have to look at 3 or 5 years. Okay. This is NVIDIA for 3 years for weekly. You see NVIDIA as a buy here. Once it's got this buy, never came back to this stop loss. Correct?
Okay, understand.
You got a good question. But over here it started breaking. So maybe you want.
But everybody say, NVIDIA is published too much, everybody know that one, it's already overvalued, so
right now that's why it's not at a buy point according to the system, my system. And even buy point, we had to look that is it going to give you another 10, 15, 20% in a future. So maybe we need to be patient, and we need to be patient in such a way that we need to wait for this kind of thing. The long-term characteristics is that whenever it has this kind of thing, breaks below 200, especially 209, it will eventually.
Okay. Whenever a long term also is not buy point right now, right?
No, it's not. It's not. No,
it's not a buy point, right?
No,
so right now. So far the January, February month always slow, right? We cannot buy any. We don't want to involve anything, right? Except
no, that's not the case. January, mid January till 20th January is very strong period till mid. Problem is that overall market is very extended, And
Very
if you
excellent.
read my
Okay.
weekly commentary, there are a number of points, underlying
Mhm.
factors, which are lined up. And when they are lined up, it means all of a sudden correction will come. Generally, it happens. It doesn't mean that it's guaranteed that it will happen this time again. That's not the case. So chances are there that people will start making profit, taking profits. And when they start taking profit, NVIDIA will have something like this, and that will give another opportunity to buy at a low point and get another 10, 15, 20% of return. Rather than buying at a high point and then seeing our investment going down, taking a dip of more than 30%, 20%. For the long term, if you're a long term, don't worry about that. You can even buy right now.
So
Leave it.
let me ask you one final quick question. Okay, the stocks, maybe we are expecting going down $20 down, right? I bought like 160. It went right now it's on 80. Right? If I sell now, right? If I'm expecting, right, the 150 is coming, means what about I can sell right now everything? I will wait for the the dip margin. And that is also a good option or no?
Dip margin, I couldn't get your question. Maybe I can take it offline if you don't mind.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry about that because there are too many questions.
Sorry, can you, by the
Sorry
way,
about that. You can drop me a question. I will definitely address it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I
I will.
understand. Thank you.
Sorry,
Yes.
sorry,
Can you
sorry.
explain column A, B, and AC where it says buy? No, stay there.
Right
Yeah.
here?
So what does buy? Which price we are saying buy?
This way, right here. This is the price 200, right here.
Okay, so if it is 200, we can buy. Is that the understanding?
Hold on. 200. What is it? Is it a green zone? No, it's not starting, right? So we want a buy point within 5% of that, and a green zone is started at this thing. So at this point, for example, this is still not a green zone. We want momentum behind the stock movement, which is not there. So this is struggling. Chances are there, I could be wrong again, that it will touch this buy point and come back. Now, we do not want to get trapped, buy at a very high point, and then only to see it coming down to this stop loss level and even before. So we want that when in a good stock moving out of the buy point and it starts a green zone, that's our entry. Okay.
And green zones are the vertical bars?
Vertical bars, right. This is
and
strong.
then what are the dotted green?
Yeah, there's another question I was about to answer this. These are, you see, it is on the weekly chart, this is 10 period moving average, this one, and this is long-term 200-day or on the weekly 30 weeks moving average on the weekly chart. This is a weekly chart. Okay. Since we are looking at a long-term stock, that's why we have to move back to go to the 3-year period or 5-year period. Otherwise, stay with 1-year period for the short-term things. Okay. So moving on, I hope.
Sorry, one question. This is trend recognition is primarily covers both fundamental as well as technical analysis. And second question is that, let's say if we want to categorize, is it fundamentally biased or technically biased?
It's more towards technical side, very honestly. Go to a technical side, but it incorporates volume, it incorporates price, it incorporates momentum. Okay. Fundamentally, you have to go and run through different models like cash flow models, like earnings, like its competition, and you cannot have competition on your chart. Okay, you can do some certain things, then how the market is viewing its products and how it's growing its earnings. So that's an entire different story. When we select in our weekly commentary long term, I think it's time to maybe go to the weekly commentary, right? Okay. Then we select those things, we take a look at those fundamentals, and then only we select I would say, weekly those stocks. For example, take a look here. Okay. So these are the some picks, recent comments from our. So Broadcom. So whatever is here, we always take a look at the fundamentals of those companies. I personally do not want fundamentally weak company and just following their charts only. So we know the fundamentals of Broadcom, what Broadcom produces, how is earning, what is its competition, what is its future prospects, and different analysts are saying. And then we combine that with our TR indicator and technicals to give this recommendation. So for example, on November 21st, just a month ago, we mentioned that this is although there were losses here in the previous day, but we were optimistic that it's still trading. It was trading below 50-day line, but we think that this pullback offers a decent entry into this long-term semiconductor stock with a stop loss level. So this was my comment, right? Based on fundamentals, because we believe in the fundamentals of the company, and we knew that it's just going to be a temporary pullback. And what it did, it just increased 18% within a week time, Thanksgiving weekend, just last month. Similarly, power counter service was flat, but we also mentioned that this is a pullback and this provide an opportunity, provide a fresh entry. And what it did, it increased by 8% in just next 5 days. Similarly, we had an open position of ZS, if you remember. I discussed ZS earlier. And we asked earlier last week to close last week. And it was prudent as it lost another 8.16% last week. And since November 21, I did not put that thing. ZS has lost another 8%. So 8.1% after we closed the position and 8% after we made this comment last month. So 16% in 8% in last 1 month, starting from November 21st. So this is what we do. This is the combination of, to answer your question, technical plus fundamentals. And that's the value of the, I would say, weekly commentary pick and stock picks. Because for each and every item, we go through the fundamentals and combine that fundamental study and knowledge along with these technicals. Okay.
Okay.
Similarly,
Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome. Gold. We mentioned the gold rally on again 21st. Gold rally is still not over yet, although gold was selling off at that time last month. It came down and it was 0.46% on a weekly basis. But it says it's not over yet. And if it holds this line, which is a support line, then an incremental entry is possible at current prices. What happened? Gold increased by 9% in 1 month. So these are the 3 or 4 items on that list. Eli Lilly, very recent, December 11, 2 weeks ago. Eli Lilly was mentioned during the week and through our social media, because by the weekend we realized that it will be gone, and it was mentioned less than around 1,000 value, and within a few days it increased by 10.7%. That's December 11. Why? Because we know the fundamentals of the company. We had a fundamental analysis as well, in addition to our TR analysis, and then we made a call that Eli Lilly is going to come back, hopefully, and thanks God it happened. So that's the combination of fundamental plus the technical going into our stock picks and weekly commentary every week. Okay. Now, coming back to this Excel thing. So we have a TR chart, we have stock, you can maintain different list here. You can have different separate indicators. We have a daily trading guide as well. We have a seasonality feature as well. And I think that you can plot any chart. For example, we were looking at Newmont and take a look at the last 5 years that March for some reason is very good for gold for last 100% of the time. Newmont gave you an average return of 12.57 per year, and it was positive 100% of the time during the March. So while March could be a bad time for maybe things like Nvidia and others, it could be a very good time for Newmont. Same was a good time in November, 80% of the time. So there's something going on a seasonal basis as well with almost every, for example, Apple. If you just change the Apple, you'll see June, July, and sometimes August as well, June, July. 100% of the time, Apple was positive. So maybe late May is a good time to get into Apple. Then again, we have to look into all those things. Okay. So
Sabri bhai.
Yes, Mr. Mir.
This is me. I think this is why I wanted to ask the question. It's like, let's just say that, I have access to this stock analysis spreadsheet and I'm just coming new. I don't have a whole lot of experience with the stock purchase, like buy and sell.
Mm-hmm.
How do I get started with this one? I mean, how do I read it? How do I make sense of it? Of course, you have the weekly commentary. I can follow that and I can just say, okay. So
I think that's the point to start with the newcomers, because right. I would not suggest, look, people have spent their lives and developing these system methods. So it's not possible for anyone to just come and newcomer to anyone and without having the experience and then going through the systems and methods and looking at how people trade and just grab everything within maybe a couple of years. That generally does not happen. You have to spend time, educate yourself. And for our customers and for people like my regular readers, we have a WhatsApp group. If people in the WhatsApp group ask questions, beyond that, we have small snippets and videos of different portions of our software, Excel-based software, on our website, YouTube channel as well. So we're continuously working on that, upgrading that, and then we have educational article. That's how you'll start it. But the good starting point should always be your weekly commentary picks, because there you have certain stocks which are for the long term. Those are, as I said earlier, like you can buy some and leave forever. Leave forever.
Okay. So then let's just say that I buy this software, right? Then what would be my let's just say my 1 month, 2 month, or 3 month strategy? I just look into your commentary, or
I would say you have to start with the learning first. So the commentary is a good point to start, and the WhatsApp group. Those two are the basics from where you should start, because you have to, and then you can ask any questions. You need mentors and people as well who can, and there are so many other good people around us, not me, others, many experienced traders, and they can always come up with some good suggestions and help you out in finding good solutions.
Brother Sabri, I believe I'm one of the newcomers. So is it possible we can have a separate 1 or 2 sessions for us to?
Yeah, it is possible. It is possible
yeah, exactly. Yes. That's why I wanted to ask this question. Like, okay, so for a newcomer, then does it make sense to buy this software?
Definitely makes. Otherwise, how would you learn? But just by reading, just by reading and follow?
No. That's not. That's why I'm asking. It's like, okay, then what is your sort of like
I would say
mentoring strategy? That okay, so I buy a software, then you just walk me through how to use this
I
one,
can have
or
a session. I can have a 1 hour session with the newcomers again to walk through them because this is going to be a bigger session. We have 30 people, so obviously I cannot answer. We could have maybe a couple of newcomers only, and then we can have a session with the 2 or 3 newcomers, and then walk them through this software.
Yeah.
So please let us know. Sabri, you know who are the newcomers. So
I know.
Let us know.
Yeah, I met you last week. I know that.
I'll appreciate
So
that.
another question was the good idea on having a separate meeting with newcomers. That's good. Is the goal to replace the XLS web-based? What are the feature differences? I'm coming to the web-based now because there were so many questions from the people, and I just wanted to address them. So the new version, actually, so the problem with Excel is that it is working within Excel. So you need to have a subscription to Microsoft Excel 365, Office 365. That's $110 plus tax. I think it's 120 now per year going to Microsoft, because it needs data from some source, data feed, and that comes from Microsoft through this Excel. So the other version of the Excel, older version, those will not work. And so that's why initially I developed it for I used Excel for everything. So that's why I developed it for myself, and then I eventually made it for the other people as well. People don't know Excel and sometimes they do something which disrupt the functioning of this workbook and worksheets. So there's a lot of challenges there. Some people, it doesn't work with Excel for Mac. So for those people, eventually we decided to move from Excel to the web-based solution. It does not require any Excel, any Microsoft subscription, but it needs a subscription from us as well, $25 a month, which will include the weekly commentary as well. Otherwise, the weekly commentary is just $9.99 a month, or maybe $110 a year, which also includes our stock picks. And the reason is because we have to pay for each individual customer, we have to pay the data feed provider some fees. And that's when you sum it up, it comes to thousands of dollars a month. So we need to have that kind of revenue generation mechanism to get this data through the web, because otherwise if we go to the free service like Yahoo, but there's no, this right now is running on the Yahoo, the data is not updated, there's no support at all. So if something goes wrong with the data feed, I cannot call somebody and get it fixed. We have to so it's just being tested now. So the new features in this web-based version, that all those Excel features like stocks analysis, detailed stocks analysis, charting is much advanced, much better than Excel. And we will have a separate extended fundamental session as well. Not only this, we will also have a news and AI sentiment analysis. That it will grab the news of a stock, the stock under consideration, which in this case, what is the name of the stock? KLAC, right? The same stock, KLAC. And then it will give you an analysis, AI analysis. It will grab what is going on about the news and send it to an AI agent like ChatGPT and Claude AI, and that will come up with a report that this is what the ChatGPT is saying about this particular stock based on this news. So that's going to be one feature. We are just working on with this data feed, and we need to change the data feed and to get this feature up and running. It's already up and running, but it's dependent upon the data feed because it had to get the data from some on the news from some data feed. That's one thing. The TR indicator itself has been reworked. I need to, I think, update. So one of the, for example, GE, was our picks in the recent weekly commentary just published yesterday. Question is which one is going to be better, Excel or web-based? Obviously, web-based is better because web-based is will have AI system. Excel does not have an AI system. What is AI here? For example, the GE right now is in a strong buy, and it's saying is 58% machine language confidence score based on the past signal. So it analyzed something around 19,000 signals right now of different stock, not just GE, and came up with this confidence score. It's saying it's moderate. Anything beyond 60% is good, but to me, it's a very good score. And the quality is why? Because it has gone, and it probably is time to reset itself. But this looks very good. It's again close to this buy point, just right there at this buy point, and the green zone has started. So according to our system, it's giving us a strong buy signal, and this check mark means Jilani Pasha has a question of how is it different that this you won't find any this kind of a trend recognition indicator of this is a proprietary system, not on the brokerage side. This is our own developed system, and with our own the track record which I showed to you are on the basis of this chart, and this profit factor are on the basis of this system. So other broker software, okay, fine. They have every broker software has, but they are basically generally charting platform. They will just plot you this kind of charts with different parameters, but they will not give you buy signal and the sell signal, and accompanied with kind of a weekly stock picks or the commentary as well.
Brother, Assalamu alaikum. This is Feroz. Question. Let's say over a period of time we pick up 50 stocks and our portfolio has 50 stocks. Now, how do we track for all? Is there a view that you could give that 50 stocks of your portfolio and you get a comprehensive look at whether it is at close to any stop loss or not? Or we have to just search for each and every one?
There are a couple of ways of doing this. First, you can create a watch list here of all those stocks. And here it will give you an indication. For example, this watch is stocks in watch list is 28. And this will give you a status of our TR indicator, that which kind of zone it is. And you can switch between daily and weekly time frame. So that will give you an idea. So all those 50 stock loss, you can have it in this watch list. Right, and then you can have different views of that. This is a quick view, and then you can have a performance view. Then you can have a daily and weekly view as well. So it will give you the TR indicator view of both. For example, NBIX is in a bear market, it's in a bear cycle, and both are not in our favor. We should put it analyze here, and then we should look. This is the web-based version we are working right now. Okay. Just fetching weekly data, is updating all those data stocks, and then calculating and plotting this TR indicator in the backend, and they will come up with this response to you. And then it will give you an idea. Okay, this particular stock, this alignment is bearish or mixed or bullish. Here it is complete. So for example, LRCX, we can say that it's a very good position. Both are in strong buy there on the daily and weekly time frames. It's a good stock to keep. All these stocks, Orla, Merck, CPRX. Some of them, they are mixed signals. We have to go into the depth of that, analyze each one, because each case has to be taken separately. Is G short term or long term? Does the software identify a stock for short term? Software does not itself identify the stock for long term and short term. That's more a subjective term. But according to my analysis, GE has the characteristics of all characteristics of the long term stock, and I will explain this to why it is. The web-based version is going to be launched inshallah next month, which is anytime. I'm targeting 15th of January. We are testing it, and we're not only testing it, we have to align it as a move to a different server. So that's going to take some time, and hopefully, if not mid-January, is around mid-January is my target. It could be by the end of January, somewhere in between these next 2 weeks. Okay, so go ahead.
So does this also give an additional buy signal, or how does it?
What's that? Additional buy signal or what?
For the stocks, let's say you already have a stock, and when do you think we should be adding
These are the buy
more?
signal. It's saying is a strong buy. Check mark means this is around a buy point. Okay, then we have to take a look at this chart. LRC. We go to the chart, and asterisk means it is within the is being accumulated by the market, and it has a highest relative strength compared to other stocks in S&P 500. If you go to its chart, just press it. Strong buy, the same signal. You see its performance. If you go to the TR indicator chart, if you want to update the TR indicator chart for this LRCX, so you yourself see this around a buy point. What's the buy point? It's generating the TR chart for that. And TR chart is a very extensive calculation. That's why sometimes it takes a bit of time. Here it is. You see, it's around that buy point in the green zone. So according to the system, it's in a buy zone, LRC. Now, my concern is that if you read my weekly commentary, that I'm anticipating a pullback, a general market correction very soon, and it could be around 10-15%. And that's my market read is. So everything which is even with a strong stock, it will impact the strong stock. So maybe it's not a very good time. Maybe we missed this opportunity. Fine, now it's your call. But that's why it's not included in my recent buy list. Otherwise, it's a very good stock, no doubt. Look, there was some question about that. How do we know some stock are? No, that's come with experience. Take a look at GE, for example. GE, you see, when it came out of this bear market area, it never took a look back. It is a weekly chart. So anything which always finds support at these rising 20 weeks is a long-term stock, and GE qualifies for that. But in order to qualify, we also take a look at its earning growth and its business growth. If it is growing, its earning, its business, and its chart is something like that, then it's a long-term stock. Anytime when it comes down to this point, it will. If the market is not in a bear market condition, you're bound to have a bounce back. That's the characteristics of a long-term stock.
So, Brother Sabri, this is Shahid here. I bought this Excel-based software, and so to get to this web-based, do I need to buy another subscription for that, or will my Excel subscription will
Shahid,
be working?
When did you buy it?
I think it was a couple of months, or maybe 3 or 4 months back, something like that.
I don't recall. I had to take a look, but these two are separate animals.
Okay, so how this thing is going to work? Do we have
if you bought it, you will continuously having that weekly commentary stock picks for 1 year.
Yes, I am getting that. Yeah,
from the date of your purchase. So
yes.
That's something that's free for you for next 1 year, which is included. But for the I'm going to that thing as well. Okay, coming to the pricing system as well. Let me explain.
No, second question, quick question. So when you list all those stocks and your recommendations, are you also filtering out based on whether they are Sharia compliant, or you left it on the user to decide it by looking at Zoya?
I have certain ethical based principles. Those are not as strict because I have both Muslim customer, non-Muslim customer, and general market. So,
yes, sure.
So we adopt a broader versus strict definition. And the broader
Okay.
definition is like we have a ethical standard. It's right here. So and our strategy is based on certain principles. So this primary income source should not be interest, like banks, capital firms, mortgage firms. To some people, that's too strict. But to me, that's a basic criteria. Even insurance, sin stocks, gambling, casinos, roads, inappropriate media. But if you go very strict kind of a criteria, then it might not fit into that thing. That we leave it to our individuals. And then
Okay.
do you recommend that you know, on top of that, you might have a subscription to something like Zoya Finance or others like
Yes.
Musafa, and then you run through it. But we make sure that no such thing is selected which comes out of these sources. Okay.
Okay. Sure. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Okay. Thank you. So coming back to this, it will have many more features as well, like watch list, and then from the watch list, you can have a scan. So where you can now, for example, every day it will run an automatic scan, and it will list down all the stocks, which is more than around 6,000 stocks, and it will have a summary of their daily and weekly TR. So, for example, you want to know which stock give you fresh signal of TR indicator from all across the market. Okay, so this scan in the morning it will be ready, it will run overnight, and on the daily or weekly signal it will give you kind of I mean it will give you a list of this type of display, and these are the fresh signals, and then you can export the signals into this is something that is not available in Excel. It takes a long time, but it will be available here. So then you can have a different scanner which is right now not here. So on the basis of different fundamentals, for example, market cap, for example, earning, positive earning, you can scan software. It will be included here. I'm working on that. Then we'll have a very good session of investment ideas. So we will have different picks. This weekly picks is right. Our own picks comes from our weekly commentary and stock picks. So that will be updated every week, right? So these are the stocks which are in our list: Nvidia, Apple, Broadcom, Baba, FTI. I have to update this thing because this is still being tested. Then there is an AI monthly picks as well. It will be updated. Right now it has 38 stocks. On first or maybe second. So on second of every, because it will be based on the first data of the first of every month. And the AI system will pick on the basis of its own criteria. It's a proprietary algorithm provided to us by some guy who works on API, on AI, and they will provide us a list of these updated lists every month, and we will incorporate that AI-based list right here. And you can sort it. For example, all these things. Take a look at their sort by 1 month. So last 1 month, for example, if you entered on the 1st of December, right? Or 1 month means today is what, 28 December, 28th of November, just after Thanksgiving. So these are the returns of these picks. Those are different from our own picks, and some of them are negative. Some of them are really negative. So nothing is guaranteed. So our suggestion would be that you find some good picks here, run through a TR analysis, get their buy point, and see the. So it will give you a list of stocks to start with. If you want to go beyond our own picks, which will be right here. So these are the investment idea. Similarly, this is it will be a list for the growth, quantum, AI, and semiconductor. 50 stocks are there, and it will include all good stock which we think in these areas: quantum computing, AI, and semiconductors. Similarly, there will be another list just for the value stocks. Value stocks are those stocks which are not high pace moving stocks. They're not high growth stock, but they are good stocks to keep in the long term in terms of their dividend payers, like QCOM, like NTAP, Expedia, and these and builders, and they have a in terms people who do trading and investment, they know the difference between growth and value. They will be slow moving stocks, but we think that they're good for some longer term period. They're not a long term growth stock like Nvidia or Broadcom. So this is going to
What is the source of the third and fourth?
growth, quantum, and these are our own picks run by our screens from different sources like bar chart and stock charts.
Okay, and the fourth one?
Fourth one is also from there.
Okay.
Okay.
So only the second one is AI generated. The
Second one is
first,
AI
third, and
generated. First
okay.
one is our own picks, which based on our TR indicator, and our weekly pick coming from our weekly commentary. It will be available here only in this web version. Second one is AI generated list, and third and fourth one are from different screens, from different stock screeners.
So can we say the third and fourth may eventually find their space in the first one based on
Definitely. They are high. Now, by definition, growth, quantum, AI, and semiconductor. Some people, some investors, some people, they want very high moving stocks. They want quantum computing stock. They want Rocket Lab. They want SpaceX. These kind of stuff. And they want high moving semiconductor stock. That does not fill my personal philosophy, because I'm more like a conservative kind of investor. So my personal, probably generally you will find it here. This is purely AI generated, and for the people who want to have some kind of a really look into the fast moving things, they can take a look here. Like Google is a big company, but it is fast moving, right? 78% in 6 months. That's why it has made its way in this growth area, which is not bad at all. 78% in the last 6 months. Okay, it's also one of our components in this stock piece as well. So we will have, we don't have time, running out of time here. So I will appreciate if you can hold the questions and maybe drop it in the chat, or drop me. So I would like to address it. Pattern detection is going to be another. In addition to our own TR system, you can have, for example, let's detect the pattern for Apple on daily chart for last 1 year. So, and it will give you the AI machine level confidence level. So average confidence of this pattern is 66.5%, which is very high. So these were the patterns detected on Apple chart for last 6 months, not TR indicator. What are those patterns? These are the patterns. Like you've probably heard of the cup and base, descending triangle, ascending triangle. There are patterns which it tries to detect. And you see, for example, it detects a pattern of Apple with 70% confidence of ascending triangle. When? Sometime in August, that it will increase. And it increased from this level around 220 to 280. So the pattern detection is also working. Similarly here, this orange and red means is basically a reversal pattern. It is expecting to come down. So that's why it struggled. 70% of symmetrical triangle and 70% confidence descending, that Apple will struggle or come down. Okay, so it came down here. So this, any stock you can, if you want to. So how many patterns is detected for Apple during last 1 year? 8. Out of those, 4 are bullish, 2 are bearish. Average confidence was 66.5%. So any stock you enter, and if you detect the patterns for last 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, up to 5 years, and on maybe whatever you want, weekly, or for example, you want to check the maybe GE, because GE is new in our list. So let's see, detect the patterns for GE. So GE last 1 year, it detected 6 patterns, and all of those 6 patterns, it was 52% confidence here, and probably failed if you have the stock 8 to 10%. But otherwise, you see all of these patterns are very successful on GE. Another hallmark of a long-term stock. By the way, these are the patterns detected: flat base, saucer base, and you can export this pattern data to any Excel worksheet or a CSV file and analyze it separately. Okay, so this is another new feature in addition to the investment ideas and AI system. Seasonality is just like I showed you on the Excel version is there. Then there are new indicators as well. New indicator one is the TR indicators, but there's many other as well, and I am going to add 1 or 2 more. Like this TR Ichimoku combo strategy. So this is a combination of our TR indicator plus Ichimoku cloud strategy, and I call it a combo strategy. And here it's buy point and sell points. So for example, if you give you a buy point in January, but it is struggle, you got out here at almost break-even point. But if you select, this is a buy signal on this point right here, and June 13, what was LRCX? Look at its rise after this point, right? Look at it, this rise at this point. Look at this gain here from 50 to 70. And then you now my suggestion is that whenever you have 15 to 20% position on any gain, take some profit and look for another buy point to add more. But you should not allow a stock more than 10 or 15% of profit to go back and give you losses. Okay. Similarly, we will have a day trading guide which generates day trading signals. We are looking for some advanced AI version of this. It's not, this particular thing is still just transferred from Excel. Heat map very quickly on this, that if you want to know, for example, last day, last month, last week, which stock performed in which particular area well. So let's say S&P today, December 28 means Friday, and up this S&P. So it will create a heat map for S&P. So on that day, it's almost very flat day. So material was the best performing because the gold and silver 0.59%. Discretionary was not very good, minus 0.44%. It gives you an idea on this scale that which sector or which stock in a sector. You can even select a sector, for example, in technology, and you can say, okay, in technology, in last 1 month, which for these are the, see, in last 1 month, ServiceNow was minus 5.29, Broadcom was minus 12.4, Apple is minus 1.95, but Adobe 10.52%, LRCX 14.34%, Texas Instruments 5.12%, Salesforce 15.6%, probably the best one. So Oracle minus 1.96%. This is, so you can take a look at the sector heat map. TR scanner, I think I have explained to you. There will be an alerts as well, because we will have hopefully a real-time data feed, so it can send you alerts that you can send. Okay, if it crosses this point, it reaches this, then you should have it. So there's a I think bunch of new features, upcoming features, which are coming to this particular web-based version. How does the pricing will work out? If you want to, now we have a deal going on till January 1st. Actually, till next weekend, this holiday season. If you buy this Excel version along with the weekly commentary, that is this plus this is $250. But this will give you a free access to this web-based version, which I just explained to you in detail, for the entire next year whenever it launched in January. So, for example, if you get this deal, buy Excel plus this weekly commentary, and then if you buy it after that, then this is going to be $25 a month. That will save you $250 on the upcoming web-based version. And I think it's worth it, the web-based version, to give it a try. It has so many new features, AI-based research ideas, investment ideas, patterns, different indicators that I think, and it's easy to use, much easier than Microsoft Excel. Okay, so that was pretty much it. If you just want to be very start with the minimal thing and don't want the software access analysis, you can have a minimum $9.99 per month weekly commentary subscription. And for that, for any of these, you need to go to our website, which is analyzestocks.net. Or if you want to buy an annual subscription, you will buy it $110 for one time for next 1 year. So I hope I have explained it in details. I'm running out of time, and I have tried to answer all the questions. And some newcomers want to have a one-to-one or different session of the session, so we can have it. I can plan another 1 hour session in the coming weekend, and whoever want to have that one, I would like to keep it to just the newcomers only, because they probably need a different level of kind of mentoring than the experienced users. Any further questions?
So that means people who have already got the Excel for last 3 or 4 months, so this and if they need the web-based one, they have to pay $25 monthly. Am I right?
That's right. I will look into the pricing because Excel will probably slowly will taper it off, not immediately, because almost everyone is will probably will move to this web-based version. I know because there are so many new things and it's very easy to use. It's web-based. You can use it on any platform, any browser, and it will bring you. And we have hopefully the portfolio system as well. So that's right.
So
That's right.
$25 includes weekly commentary as well as the web-based access and all that.
That's right. $25
Okay.
per month will include the weekly commentary. If you just want to have the weekly commentary only weekly commentary, it's $9.99 a month or $110 a year.
Okay.
And if you want to, and I will give a 1 month discount on if you, for example, if you go to the web-based version, it's $25 a month, so that's $300 per year. But we'll give 1 month free, so that will be around $275.
Okay. Thank you.
For 12 months. Okay, so it will be less than $25 a month to get this thing and that thing. And on top of that, if people want the subscriber to this service also want an Excel version, we can take a look into that, a discounted Excel version for the people on the web-based version.
So in future, you don't have any plan to keep improving the Excel base. You're just gonna improve the web-based one.
We do.
Okay.
We do have plan. We continue to support it. We
Okay.
continuously will improve, but we do not have a plan to bring AI into Excel thing. That needs a lot of developmental resources. And the Excel customer base, there are people who want to use Google Sheet, they want to use
That's
other,
right.
and it's very difficult to meet everyone's requirement. The
Sure.
web base is one interface, right?
Yeah.
It's one interface, not Excel dependent, it's not Google Sheet dependent, it's not spreadsheet. And you can always export the data from the web base to your Excel and the Google Sheet. The workspace.
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Rishabh, do you also have option in that Excel to create our own portfolio and see the indicators whether it's strong buy?
In Excel, we do have an option right here. In portfolio is different. Portfolio, you can record your transactions here, and with one command, it can create a portfolio for you, and how much money you have made. This is a hypothetical portfolio, but you have to enter the transactions manually.
Okay, yeah.
If you have a account with broker, they also have their portfolio as well, right? So then there you can get this information real time, but you have to then transfer and maintain your portfolio manually in an Excel worksheet. Well, it has a system here, portfolio, to answer your question. Now, on top of that, you can maintain a list here in Excel of your portfolio. For example, let's say your portfolio is this, okay, this last. You can maintain as many watch lists or lists there. So this is your portfolio. You press one command here, transfer list, and it will transfer this list to right here in the TR chart. And then through this menu here is stock analysis. If you run the screener command, it will go through all of these, which are blank, and get their TR indicator value, both for daily as well as weekly, and plot it here. So the question was, can I have the TR indicator in the scanner for my portfolio? So you can maintain your list of stocks right here. You can say it is my portfolio. You can say my portfolio, for example, portfolio as of what? Maybe 1228. And then just go there, transfer list. It will check this list, transfer it to this chart as a blank list. You press the screener, and it will get you the indicator value both for the daily and the weekly, one by one. It'll take a while to process all those and give you the values. Okay.
Sure. Jazakallah.
You're welcome. So if not any more question, then I will call it a day.
Sabri, very quick question.
Yes, go ahead, Mr. Amir.
Yeah, two quick things. Number one, you mentioned some of the terminologies there, like value stock or heat map or something. So, are you planning to put those some terms for the newcomers as a glossary items in the same web page? And number two, will you be creating kind of a manual or a user guide on the back end of this app?
Which app?
The new one or the Excel one?
The new one. Okay, new one has a separate FAQ question, right?
Yeah.
So it's a quick start guide, how to analyze stack, create a watch list, find opportunities. Then it frequently asked questions, the STR indicators, and this thing. So I can add whatever you want, like something on heat map. Heat map probably is not there, but what is your AI and confidence score, how it works, how does a TR indicator works, how do you get started with this thing. So hopefully, because it's very easy to use, I think the frequently asked questions, plus we will have some videos of how to use stock analysis, how to use pattern detection, how to use seasonality, maybe 5 to 10 minutes video on each item on our YouTube channel.
It will be a video form, not the written form.
The written form is here in the FAQs.
Okay.
FAQs is the written form, is right here. It's already there. We will further continuously keep on adding new information and new, like you mentioned, heat map, day trading guide. We will add those here. Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
Welcome, Mr. Amit. All right. I would like you to take a look at go to the website and see if it's and see if you can take advantage of this deal before it goes away. Okay. Right. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, if I get the web-based tool, do I still need to subscribe to the spreadsheet?
No, not at all.
Okay. Because you were offering 2 for 1, right? I wasn't
Yeah.
sure why would I need the
Why
other
I'm
one.
offering 2 for 1? Because I want people to start, because this is the solution available right now. I'm sorry, this is the performance worksheet. This one. So I'm offering it that if you get this one plus the weekly commentary, then we will get this web-based solution free for 1 year, whenever it is launched in January.
Okay.
Whenever it's launched, you will get this free for 1 year. If you get this now, the Excel-based version, and the weekly commentary.
Okay, got it.
That's the deal.
The web tool has not been launched yet, right? It's launching
The web
in
boost,
next week.
we are still testing it. Is last 2-3 months we've been developing it, we're testing it. It's there, it's already ready. What we are working on is data feed and a couple of more additional new features. I'm actually excited about another indicator, which I will add, which is maybe a different version of TR indicator. I will add it over there. So any new thing, new tool will come right here, most likely, not in the Excel one. Because Excel has its own limitation when it comes to programming. The web-based version is, towards the back end, is written in different languages, mostly in Python, and which is very advanced when it comes to programming and development. Okay. So I would say in your case that if you want to get 2-in-1, this is the time for the deal. Till you get this deal for next 1 year. The Excel version is yours to keep, and for the next 1 year, any updates to Excel version, you will get it free of cost as well. Okay, no subscription, and you'll get
But
free.
if I get the Excel version, then you're not doing any updates on the Excel version once the
We will be
web-based
doing
is
as
launched.
required. We will be doing it as required.
Okay.
Right. Obviously, this is going to be our core product, but we will keep both of them. We're not ending support or closing it down. We will be providing support and updating it as required. But not everything will go to Excel, because some features are very difficult to program in Excel because of the limitation. All right.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. If that's the case, then I would like to call it a day. Thank you very much for your time, and hopefully I will have a session for my newcomers as well. Maybe next weekend. Let me plan it. And whoever wants to have it, I think Brother Shakil is one. I think Shahid is also saying that as a newcomer. Brother Feroz was saying. So maybe 3 or 4 people. Okay. Mr. Zubair as well. All right. Just drop me a message. I'll try to address their concern, their ideas one by one. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. And you have a good, happy holidays. Bye-bye.